Welcome back to Be Fluent in Russian podcast. My name is Fedor. Today, let's learn from Lermontov again. This poem is called Angel, ангел. Let's do it now. По небу полуночи ангел летел, и тихую песню он пел, и месяц, и звезды, и тучи толпой внимали той песне святой. Он пел о блаженстве безгрешных духов под кущами райских садов. О Боге великом он пел, и хвала его непритворна была. Он душу младую в объятиях нес, для мира печали и слез, и звук его песни в душе молодой остался без слов, но живой. И долго на свете томилась она, желанием чудным полна, и звуков небес заменить не могли ей скучные песни земли. That is all. So, now let's translate this line by line. So, по небу полуночи ангел летел. An angel flew across the sky at midnight. По небу полуночи. At the sky of the midnight. Ангел летел, the angel was flying. И тихую песню он пел, and he sang a quiet song. И месяц, and the moon, и звезды, and the stars, и тучи, and the clouds, толпой, as a crowd. So толпой, the moon, not the moons, the moon, the stars, and the clouds, all like a crowd. Внимали той песне святой. They listened to that holy song. Внимать means to listen and kind of try to internalize something. So the angel was flying through the sky and singing a quiet song. What does that tell you? Something holy, just quietly singing a harmonious song, giving the order and harmony to the world. And then the nature, the stars, the skies, the clouds were listening to him. Not the humans, but the nature. Он пел о блаженстве безгрешных духов. He sang about the bliss. Блаженство is bliss. Безгрешных, sinless. Духов, spirits. Под кущами райских садов. Under the thickets. Кущи is thickets, I think. Райских садов, of the paradise gardens. So, the spirits were sinless under the paradise gardens. So, о Боге великом он пел. He sang about the great God. И хвала, and the praise, его непритворна была. And the praise of his was sincere. So he sincerely sang about God, about paradise, and things like that. And here we have a lot of great adjectives so far. If we go back, тихая, quiet. Тихая means quiet song, right? Святая, святая песня, holy song, святая. Безгрешных, sinless. Райских, paradise, and it's an adjective. So he's describing the gardens as paradise gardens, meaning that they're of paradise. Великом, grand or great. Непритворный, sincere. Now these, of course, are not simple words by no means, but it's still not too difficult. And I think if you're a believer, if these words are in your vocabulary in English, then maybe you can take them from Russian as well. Он душу младую в объятиях нес. Он душу младую. He carried the young soul в объятиях, in his arms. Объятия is like in a hug. In his hug, he was carrying a soul, a young soul. Для мира печали и слез. For a world of sadness and tears. So I'm thinking that the angel was carrying the soul of a new person, right? For the world of sadness and tears, meaning our world. Для мира, for the world. Печали, sadness, и слез, tears. И звук его песни в душе молодой, and the sound of the song in this young soul, остался, it stayed. Без слов, without words, но живой, but alive. So this young soul was carried by the angel to be brought to the earth, and this song of the angel remained in the young soul, though без слов, without words, но живой, but alive, but living. The words of the holy song is not important, but the living and the sincerity of it really matters. И долго на свете томилась она, and for a long time it just existed. Томиться is when you exist kind of aimlessly, or it's boring and your being is just kind of not pointless necessarily, but you have seen better things, and so you are bored and you know that you are destined for something greater. Okay? И долго, and for a long time, на свете, in the world, томилась она, just existed her or she, meaning the soul. Душа in Russian is feminine, so it's going to be he or she. Желанием чудным полна, full of wonderful desire. So you just kind of living full of wonderful desire. И звуков небес заменить не могли ей скучные песни земли. And the songs of the earth, песни земли, заменить, replace, or заменить, to replace, не могли, couldn't, weren't able to. And the songs of the earth were not able to replace звуков земли, the sounds of heaven. So I think what Lermontov is trying to say here is that as we live in this world, the sounds, quote unquote, of the earth, of our world, can never replace the sounds of the heavens. Now again, this can be understood from a religious standpoint. This can be understood from a secular standpoint. You know, when you have something greater that's calling you, and you know the right thing for yourself, the things that are your sins and things that you indulge in the world can never replace that. And we can give it the analogy of actually just, if you know that your higher calling is, let's say, arts, what are you doing in the office in the corporate world? Just dive into the arts. Of course, we live in a world where the financial obligations are also important, but maybe that's a analogy for that. This office corporate will never replace the songs of the heaven, the arts that are calling your name. But let's read this poem once again. Ангел. По небу полуночи ангел летел, и тихую песню он пел. И месяц, и звезды, и тучи толпой внимали той песни святой. Он пел о блаженстве безгрешных духов под кущами райских садов. О Боге великом он пел, и хвала его непритворна была. Он душу младую в объятиях нес, для мира печали и слез, и звук его песни в душе молодой остался без слов, но живой. И долго на свете томилась она, желанием чудным полна, и звуков небес заменить не могли ей скучные песни земли. That is all. Hope you've learned something useful here, and you will join Be Fluent Camp if you need more of this kind of work. I'll see you all there. Let's have a lot of fun and learn a whole lot. See you there. Пока-пока.